What's going on, guys? It's me, the person you've never seen before. My name is Devin, and I have a question to ask you. Have you ever wanted to play a story-rich Star Wars game that you don't have to pay for? Have you ever wanted to explore the galaxy with your friends? How about being a smuggler like Han Solo? What about a Jedi like Luke? How about a Sith like Vader? No? Oh, you're more of a Boba Fett guy? Well, you can be a bounty hunter too. Let me tell you about Star Wars: The Old Republic. The game was announced in 2008, 3 years after the release of Obsidian's Knights of the Old Republic 2: The Sith Lords, and 5 years after BioWare's original Knights of the Old Republic launched. Star Wars: The Old Republic, also known as SWTOR, is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game that came out in late 2011. The game takes place more than 3,600 years before the Battle of Yavin, and more than 2 millennia before Darth Bane establishes the rule of two. During the 1,000-year period before the movies, only 2 Sith exist at a time. One master, one apprentice. One to wield the power, the other to crave it. It starts with Darth Bane and his apprentice Darth Sana. We only see the final years of the rule of two in the films. However, if you go back more than 1,000 or so years before the films, before the events of The Phantom Menace, what you will find is legions of Sith, thousands of Sith. There were so many Sith during the Old Republic era. The Sith had their own empire, okay? Their own empire, the Sith Empire. The Sith Emperor lives for over 1,400 years. How long did Palpatine live? 88 years. Not including resurrections and clones and whatever. If you want to face off against the Sith Emperor in the game, you have to play the Jedi Knight storyline. That's the one you gotta play. It'll also make more sense in the expansions if you play the Jedi Knight storyline first, because of the events that happen in that storyline with regards to the Sith Emperor. And you also get one of the best romances in the game with the Jedi Knight storyline. Jedi Knight is cool and everything, but if you're more of a dark side person like me, then you'll want to check out the Sith Warrior, because you get to control people and do terrible things to them. It's fun. It really is quite fun. The story is engaging, and it has one of the best romances in the game alongside the Jedi Knight story. The Sith Warrior is also good if you want to learn more about the Dark Council, the ruling Sith of the Empire. One thing that's super unique and awesome about the Sith Warrior is that the apprentice that you receive in the story, depending on the choices you make, that apprentice either is swayed to the light or the dark. So it's not necessarily going to be an evil apprentice. It all depends on you. And that's cool. You know what else is pretty neat, though? The Sith Inquisitor storyline. You get to deal with Sith alchemy and spells and magic, and it's super cool. And you got all these ancient Sith secrets that you're uncovering. Then you got a big twist in that story too, by the way. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's going to blow your mind. But if you want an actual mind fuck, a mind fuck that will blow everything out of the water, you gotta check out the Imperial Agent story. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. This is the best class story in the whole game. All of them are great, by the way. This storyline, though, it's just prepare to get fucked in the mind. The forces that the galaxy is beholden to are not necessarily how they seem. Neither are the forces that you are beholden to. I'm being cryptic, and if you want to know what I mean, and come back and understand what I'm saying, you'll have to go play it. If you're more into the military aspect of the galaxy, then you're going to want to check out the Republic Trooper, especially if you're a patriot for the Republic.
For the Republic!
Yes, the Republic Trooper is epic. That is the weapon you have. A giant minigun-like auto laser cannon. It's crazy. Definitely give the Republic Trooper a shot. Pun intended. So you're more of a Boba Fett guy. Look, I get it. And if you like Mando too, that's great. If you want to learn more about Mandalorian culture before The Mandalorian Season 2 comes out, definitely give this one a go. You get to go after some of the biggest names in the galaxy. So check out the Bounty Hunter story in SWTOR. This is the way. I have spoken. Do you like the political maneuvering that goes on in the Star Wars prequels? All that galactic senate politicking stuff, trying to keep the Republic in one piece, that kind of thing? Yeah. You find that interesting? You planning on going into government? You want to be a poli-sci major? Yeah? Is that you? No, that's you, back there. I see you. This one's for you. The Jedi Consular. You basically are acting as the glue that holds a bunch of different planets that are not so sure they want to stay in the Republic. You basically like hold them together into the Republic because, well, it could be a chain reaction, you know, the domino effect. So you have to hold the shit together. That's your job. If you really like the diplomacy, shall we say, like Senator Amidala, or not so much Sheev, as we all know. My favorite part of the Jedi Consular story is the fan service that BioWare does for fans of the original Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2 video games. There are some cameos that will put a smile on your face if you're a fan of those games. Last but certainly not least on the list of the 8 class stories is the Smuggler. Let me just start off by saying that the dialogue choices are hilarious. Obviously, like, you have the option to choose the serious dialogue choices, but the funny options are great. If you love Han Solo in the original trilogy, this storyline is made for you. If he's your favorite character, if Han Solo is your favorite character, you gotta go with this guy. Or girl, depending on what you choose. Um, if you're just looking for a good time, the Smuggler class might be the choice for you. If you want the feeling of the movies, if you want to really feel the movies as you play, you gotta go with the Smuggler. You just have to. Everything about the Smuggler just screams original trilogy. And you'll know what I mean when you play it. The thing about MMORPGs is they tend to have a pretty significant learning curve, especially if you've never played one before. But over the years, the devs have made Star Wars The Old Republic much, much more casual friendly. Leveling is a lot easier now. I've never played an MMO until SWTOR, and I figured it out relatively quickly. There are some things that took me a longer time to figure out, but then again, I didn't really bother looking into those things. I've only been playing it since 2018, by the way. I was not around at launch. And by the time I started playing, all those casual friendly improvements were already there. So I'm speaking from the experience that you will have when you go and try to get your game on. I know that might sound a little overwhelming, but trust me, it's not. It really is pretty straightforward. I am not acquainted in the MMO universe at all. I didn't even know that a character was called a toon. Like the character you create, apparently those things are called toons. I had no idea. I didn't even know what MMO meant until after I started playing SWTOR. What's cool about the game is that it doesn't force you to play with other people, because if you're not used to MMOs and if you don't know how anything works, you can play by yourself before you end up humiliating yourself and get involved with a bunch of other people. You can play the story and familiarize yourself with the mechanics, and then you can hop in and play with people and have an idea of what you're doing. If you're having trouble figuring stuff out, there is a bunch of help tips. The help tips are very helpful for beginners. And you might be thinking, ugh, I don't want to read a manual. Well, it's not. It's pretty self-explanatory. I didn't use the help tips, but once I went back and looked at them, I regretted it because it would have made life so much easier. It would have made everything so much easier to figure out if I had done that. For some things more than for others. Some things are more self-explanatory than other things. But you'll just get the hang of it. And the story is the best way to do that, playing through the story. The best analogy I can think of for what the gameplay is like, imagine you're playing Pokemon, except you have way more than 4 moves to choose from, and you're not able to really pause and think about what move to do. You just have to hit the move, and then you get another move after a cooldown, and some moves take longer to cool down than other moves. You have to wait longer to use them again. Obviously, it's a lot different than Pokemon. For starters, you move around. You're able to move around with WASD as you are using your moves. Some moves require you to stay stationary, but don't worry, you start off with just a handful of moves, and as you level up, you're able to go to a trainer and learn new moves. So you don't have so many options that overwhelm you when you first start out. It eases you into the flow of things, which is nice. Okay, enough talk. It's time to get real. Whose side are you on? For the Empire? Or for the Republic?
Bad first go.
Uh, for the Republic.
Focus.
For the Republic.
This is absurd.
For the Republic. That was really bad. Hey, Jace, you want to do it?
For the Republic.